Wo sind wir jetzt gelandet? Ist das die ehemalige Göttin oder ist das Furina jetzt selbst? Huh.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
Das klingt nach einer sehr erwachsenen Furina, also mit einer viel dunklen Stimme.
You are not Furina. Who are you?
Focalors?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalors. You know, the god.
Focalors. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Ha!
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
Alter, jeder hat irgendwas gegen die himmlische Ordnung, ey.
It's
Ui.
all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it?
Ja.
She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass.
Okay.
And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril.
Ja.
So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum.
Und das wäre?
I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time.
Okay, Alter, wie weit hast du bitte gedacht?
I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor.
Alter, diese Seite gefällt mir von Focalors.
Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up.
Das ist wahr.
But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Ja.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known.
Huh. Ich finde es ein bisschen ironisch, dass Menschen immer Melusinen kritisiert haben, alles, weil sie anders sind, weil sie keine Menschen sind. Aber in Wirklichkeit waren sie alle auch keine Menschen. Das finde ich so ironisch.
After
Ist mir gerade
becoming
eingefallen.
a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being.
Okay.
The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina.
Okay.
She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished.
Währenddessen du hier gewartet hast.
Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Oh.
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne.
Ja.
In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydra Archon in the prophecy.
Das heißt, die Schauspielerin sollte... Oh mein Gott.
Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalors' divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
Huh.
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass.
Und somit die himmlische Ordnung täuschen.
I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Furina is only human, isn't she?
Ja.
Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it.
Das ist sicher.
It's been 500 years.
Ach du Heiliger.
And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Jesus. Plot Twist nach Plot Twist, ey. Was ist das für ein Archon-Quest? Und jetzt? Haben wir das alle mitbekommen? Ich glaube mal, oder? Bin ich mit Furinas Tränen in Kontakt gekommen? Soweit ich weiß, enthalten Tränen oft die stärksten Gefühle eines Wesens. Mit ausreichend starker Wahrnehmung gegenüber dem Hydroelement kann ich eine emotionale Verbindung aufbauen, wie ich es mit dieser Okarine am Lucinbrunnen getan habe. Warte, könnte das Furinas innere Welt sein? Furina, was macht sie auf der Bühne? Warte, wahrscheinlich das ist nicht Furina. Das ist womöglich ein Spiegelbild ihres inneren Ichs. Wenn ich direkt mit ihrem inneren Ich spreche, könnte ich vielleicht leicht rausfinden, was ich wissen wollte. Ich bin hergekommen, um nach Antworten zu suchen. Diese Gelegenheit darf ich mir nicht entgehen lassen. Ich muss versuchen, mit dir zu reden. Okay. Sprich mit Furina. Tschüss. Ich weiß nicht, wo wir sind. Okay, keine Ahnung. Okay. Kasua? Alter. Furina?
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
Komm schon, ich bin es.
All right. It is not my intent
Sieh mich
to
nicht an, sieh
reprimand
mich nicht
you.
an. Ah.
There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
Ich sehe kein Publikum. War noch
do
kurz
not
Moment, lass die
jest.
Bilder dunkel werden.
Can you not
Lass das
feel
Rad
it?
nicht erlöschen.
I am Focalor. The
So
eyes
kann ich
of
wieder zu mir
countless
selbst werden.
Fontanians are upon me. I must at all times display the utmost elegance and nobility.
Irgendwas stimmt nicht. Ich kann nicht zu ihr durchdringen. Selbst in ihrem innersten Inneren spielt sie immer noch die Rolle des Hydra-Archons. Was für ein Entschlossenheit muss sie haben, dass selbst ihr inneres Ich und ihr Unterbewusstsein eine so undurchdringliche Abwehr haben? Ich muss mir etwas einfallen lassen. Okay. Schalt alle Rampenlicht aus. Okay.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry
Okay, kann
not.
ich fahren.
The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Okay. Den wir noch gar nicht gekämpft eigentlich. So. Hoppala. friss mal ein bisschen Damage. Und ich friss auch ein bisschen Damage. Nämlich Schussschaden. Aua. So. Okay, der war down. Also, da sind wir wieder. Zum nächsten Dings. Endlose Stille, Kette. So. Stück, was die spielen muss. Und Hydro auch kommt, während der Ashley sich versteckt. Um links etwas vorzuspielen. Voilà. Und das war's mit dem Auftritt. Alle Lichter sind aus. In Furinas Herz müssen sie die Blicke der Menschen auf sie symbolisiert haben. Aber ich glaube, ich habe gerade eine Art Signal empfangen. War das ihre wahre Stimme? Ein Ticket? Seit wann ist das denn hier? Oh. Oh, unser Sitzplatz, nehme ich mal an. Sieht so aus, als würde die Show gleich beginnen. Zeig mir, wie du dich wirklich fühlst, Furina. Erster Akt vor dem Spiegel. Furina. Okay. Okay. Muss ich selbst bewegen. Huh.
Furina. Furina.
Das ist Focalors.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow.
Ja, wahrscheinlich Überreste von Focalors.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Ja.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Huh.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Ja, wird sie. Weil sie aktuell bei der letzten Stufe ist.
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Eigentlich schon.
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh ja, 500 Jahre, ne?
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer?
Weil du die menschliche Gestalt von ihr bist.
But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world.
Dann ist das Schicksal schon
There
beflügelt.
were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other. Is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Okay.
Play as a god?
Yep.
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity.
Yep.
If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
Und deswegen hat sie alles verheimlicht.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like.
Also entschuldigt, dass ich nicht so viel sage, aber ich bin einfach nur fasziniert von diesem Plot-Twist.
Remember,
Auch wenn ich schon viele Theorien
your true
darüber gehört habe, aber
challenge will
trotzdem.
not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
Ja.
I'm
Alter.
still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this.
Das ist verdammte 500 Jahre hat sie durchgezogen.
So,
Und ohne
how
aufzufallen
long
bis
am I
jetzt.
going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends.
Nämlich heute.
I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial,
Oh, sorry.
and everyone will be saved.
Ha.
A trial. Huh. How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Wie ein Kind irgendwie. Akt 2. Die Rede beim Amtsantritt. Furina. Was haben wir denn hier? Wir haben jetzt Furina mit viel längeren Haaren. So. Diese Stille, ey.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon.
Okay, aufrechte
In
verhalten.
truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all.
Okay.
As the god Focalors, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice.
Die Rede höflich
Once
beenden.
again, thank you
Höflich.
all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all.
Huh.
This should do it.
Yep.
I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Huh.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Oh Gott, was für Arschlöcher.
Shouldn't gods be all powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person then?
If you ask me, the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-backed puppet.
Nee.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy.
Nee.
Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be.
Mhm.
Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act?
Das ist die Frage, ne?
Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play.
Na dann, mal los. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous
So wird die Furina
trials
geboren, die wir
alongside my
kennengelernt haben.
august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Und da sind die Zweifel weg.
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
Und jetzt hat keiner mehr Zweifel.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Mut zusammennehmen.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin.
Dramatisch
The
verhalten.
scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
Okay, das ist ein riesiger Wandel auf jeden Fall. Die Rede auf spektakuläre Weise beenden.
There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalors, stand within the opera epiclese, so
Deswegen
long as
Archon
I
Focalors.
stand before the oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Ironisch, dass sie gerade da vom Twilight stand. Was für ein Auftritt. Akt 3. Akt 3. Im Opernhaus. Furina. Ist das vielleicht jetzt dort, wo wir uns aktuell befinden, oder was ist das hier?
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Okay.
Come now. Was I not just at the opera house in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A
Gute Frage.
magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
So ein
That's
spektakuläres
true.
Finale.
I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will.
Oh, es wird eines Tages kommen. Ups, sorry. Ab zum nächsten Ding. So.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm.
Ja.
All right. Deuteria, is it?
Deuteria.
How is
Sag
your
mir das
son's
irgendwas?
illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family too. He is doing much better now.
Oh.
In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Okay.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
Yep.
You're such a gentle and wise God. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Es ist wirklich interessant, Einblicke jetzt zu bekommen, damit jetzt, wo wir wissen, warum sie sich so benommen hat, wirft eine ganz andere Perspektive auf sie. Deswegen bin ich auch froh, dass ich sie am Anfang nicht so gehasst habe. Weil ich war am Anfang sehr überrascht mit, was für ein Charakter sie aufgetreten ist, aber da war irgendwas immer nicht richtig. Jetzt wissen wir auch warum.
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
Okay.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass.
Yep.
Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Ein bisschen zu spät leider jetzt.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Schade.
Is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Okay. Nächster Ort. Ein Bett. Vielleicht das von diesem Kind, von dem gesprochen wurde, von dieser Mutter.
The day is finally over.
Oh, oder ihr
I
eigenes.
haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion.
Ja.
Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved.
Wahrscheinlich wegen dieser ganzen Show hat sie unter dem Brunnen
Furina,
geweint.
too hard
Es gibt
about
ja
this.
Dings,
Do your
unter dem
best.
Brunnen kann man das hören.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Akt 4. Schauen wir an, ne? Im Opernhaus Furina.
Lady
Ja,
Furina, here are the
entschuldigt.
new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
Okay.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Okay.
Lady Furina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Ja. Es wiederholt sich und wiederholt sich.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute.
Und wieder ein Tag aus.
I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today too.
Und wieder von vorne, oder? Akt 5. Im Opernhaus. Furina. Und Wiederholung, Wiederholung, Wiederholung. Akt 6. Oder? 182.377. Versuch.
It's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Deoteria, almost 20 generations ago.
Alter.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer. A descendant of a line most ardent.
Furinas Gesicht wird nicht gezeigt.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Furina. My lady?
What is it, good citizen?
Oh, are you crying?
Deswegen.
Really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
Ja.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it.
Alter.
Indeed.
Und? Noch ein Akt? Oder war's das? Ah.
So interminable.
So lonely.
So lonely. Just how much longer?
Das war genau der Text, den man unter dem Brunnen hört.
Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more.
Zum Glück nicht mehr.
I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far?
Alter. Und das 500 Jahre durch.
So many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy.
Das ist das Ironischste. Die Lösung ist sie selbst.
All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Oh Gott. Akt. Ich weiß nicht wie viel. Akt im Opernhaus Furina und? Okay.
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
Oh, wir.
Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Das ist meine Stimme. Sie erzählen aus der Zeit, als wir in diesem riesigen Zauberschrank waren? Scheint so. Großartig. Ich hatte nicht erwartet, dass diese Szene in ihrer inneren Welt wiederholen würde. Ich werde gewiss dieses Mal herausfinden, was sie mir damals sagen wollte.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
Ja.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes? In other words, you never belonged here.
Nope.
And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
Ja.
If that's the case...
Dann.
She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price.
Das heißt, sie war zwiegespalten, sozusagen.
No, Furina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really all right?
Huh.
Furina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt.
Schön wär's.
If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard.
Und?
No, I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine.
Also dagegen
Everything
gestimmt,
will
okay.
surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Der Vorhang ist gefallen.
Fine.
War's das? War das der letzte Auftritt von ihr?